Hey guys, I'm Koko. Welcome back to Indie Month, where I play 31 games in a whole month, all indie. And today we're gonna continue with one of the games that I've been most excited to play and showcase to you guys. It is NEO Scavenger. So, first things first, let's talk about some general things. NEO Scavenger has come on Steam out on 15 December 2014, so almost 4 years ago, making it one of the oldest, if not the oldest, out of the games that I'm going to be playing for this indie month. It has been developed and published by Blue Bottle Games, and it has very positive reviews on Steam. It's a survival, post-apocalyptic RPG. It's a turn-based game, and you can buy it for €12.49 on Steam. I don't know how much is it in other currencies, but I'm sure you can figure it out for yourself. Now, first, an anecdote about the game. Steam has been recommending this game for years to me, and it has always been up there on top because Steam knows that I play a lot of survival games, so it's always been among those recommended games up there. But I never picked it up because I said, hey, it's too old for me to play on YouTube. So what's the actual point, right? So when I decide I'm gonna do my indie month, and I asked you guys what should I play, if you have any recommendations. I think the first recommendation I got from one of you guys was, hey, play NEO Scavenger, it's pretty good. It's like, yes, I have to play this. Now is the perfect time when I can go and have a good reason to buy this game that I wanted to buy for quite some time and play it. And that's what I did. I went ahead and I bought it, and I play it now. So, had a lot of fun with it. Now let's just jump into how it actually looks, how it plays, and let's go through it. So, first things first, you are introduced to your character. You can pick a bunch of traits, right from the start. You have like strong, medic, melee, tracking, hacking, hiding, athletic, trapping, mechanic, all the good stuff. So strong makes you better at combat. Melee combat. It helps you scavenge easily because you can just bust in through some stuff, but it's gonna make you more noisy when you scavenge with using your strength, and the creatures out there might hear you. You can be better at medics, so you can heal yourself easily, but there's also not just strengths, also flaws. So you can be fragile guy, you can have like insomnia, so sleep is not working as well for you as you would otherwise. And I think you can pick up like 17 points of traits, and each one is like different amount. So yeah, basically what you would expect from RPG. And then you wake up in like a laboratory, abandoned laboratory, because this is all post-apocalyptic. You don't know what's going on, and you escape out there, and suddenly all you have is your like lab gown on you, and you're barefoot, and that's basically all there is. And suddenly you're in this post-apocalyptic world where things want to eat you and damage you and all that kind of stuff. And the game is like hex based. You can move hexes. You have moves. So every hex like costs like 1 or 2 or whatever moves it costs, and then you can scavenge. You can find water. You can find food. You can find equipment. All the good stuff, right? It is very kind of like old school survival game. You could say it's kind of like Project Zomboid. It's hard like that. It's a pretty damn hard game. I would compare it to Project Zomboid, although I've not seen any zombies. I've seen like crazy post-apocalyptic creatures out there, nasty, very nasty. But yeah, so you go out there and you scavenge, and you try to hide because you don't want to get in a fight, especially early on. Everything's basically gonna eat you if you get in a fight. So it's more like, hey, there might be a creature out there, there's some tracks, let's go in different direction, let's hide. So you can pop into some like towns, and in towns there's a lot more to scavenge over there. You know, there's a lot more to scavenge, like old abandoned buildings that you can go in, find some good stuff. But there's also bigger chance that you're gonna encounter something. Like I've encountered humans that wanted to kill me. I've encountered wild dogs, I think feral dogs they're called. I've encountered some crazy creatures of post-apocalyptic world, So there's plenty of stuff that wants to eat you, so you kind of want to try to just avoid it, try to hide. That's why I really like picking the ability to be better at hiding, the ability to be better at concealing your tracks, all that good stuff, so you can just run into a forest and hide in a forest. You can only, well, you can sleep whenever you want at the night, or well, when you're tired, getting tired, but your campsite is much better if you find like a sleeping bag. You know, it's gonna give you more rest and healing effectiveness. I've also managed to make a tent because I found a tarp, and then I found a piece of string, and I also have found, well, I've scavenged the woods and got a bunch of wood out of it. So basically, the game didn't tell me, hey, you should combine these things to make a tent. You have to figure it out all yourself, and that I kind of like that. I mean, I could go on the internet and find all the recipes probably, because I mean the game is almost 4 years old. I'm sure a lot of people have figured out already what do you need to do, what you don't need to do. But for me, it's part of the fun, or a lot of the fun comes from trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So finding stuff like that would be great. Also, you can find like plastic bags. Plastic bags early on are your go-to thing, because only in plastic bag you can carry stuff. Unless you get extremely lucky, you might find a backpack. I have not found any backpacks in my playthrough, or playthroughs I should say, because I died a couple of times. I died because I froze to death. I died because I bled to death. I died because I just got crushed in a combat. So there's plenty of options of death out there. But yeah, let's say you find a plastic bag. It has like maybe, I don't know, you can put like 6 items in there. That's pretty much it. You can also find another plastic bag and you put it in your hand, so you actually carry it in your hand. But then if you have that in hand, you don't have like a weapon in your hand, right? So you have to combine all of that and think of what would work best for you, right? So basically, it's a very old-style survival game. There's a lot of text-based stuff. Combat is also text-based. When you fight someone, you use a bunch of abilities, and then the other guy uses their ability, and all is text-based and tells you, hey, this happens and this happens. So very old-style. If you like that kind of stuff, if you played games in the 90s, you would recognize that. I certainly did. So it's not unknown to me, and I kind of enjoy it. It also leaves a lot to imagination, and if you have a lot of imagination, that's not going to be a problem. But it also not just text based, there's a lot of graphic stuff as well, so it combines very well. But speaking of combat, it can get very repetitive, because sometimes like the combat starts and you're both like only using melee weapons, and the creature's like 15 hexes away, so it's like 15 turns, or let's say 10 turns for you to get together to each other even. So you just move one tile ahead, maybe block or something, you know, if he's gonna charge you, and then you start fighting. Then you actually start fighting, and basically the fight looks like, hey, I'm gonna press attack and maybe he's gonna press block. Okay, I attack and I miss, so he has a chance to hurt me more, but I'm gonna use my maybe dodge now, so I'm gonna roll back, and he's gonna miss, and he's gonna be more vulnerable to attack, so I'm gonna do my double attack or something like that. And it also depends on what kind of weapon you have. I did find a ranged weapon. I found a bow and an arrow actually, but it was only one arrow, and I used it on like a crazy huge creature that eventually killed me because I couldn't just run away fast enough. You know, you can always run away, and sometimes it's actually worth doing it. I did kill a human being as well, and after I killed a human being, like his boss and 2 of his comrades came and they crushed me. So I don't think that worked out well. I did kill a feral dog, but he made me bleed as well, so that wasn't the greatest, but I did heal up eventually, so that, you know, turned out quite good. The game is very tough. When you start for the first time, you're gonna die. When you start for the second time, you're gonna die. You know, it's gonna take a couple of deaths before you start to slowly figure out how things work. And it's all procedurally generated, so it's different. Every start is different, what you can find out there. I think one constant is Detroit. Basically, Detroit, not destroyed. Detroit is like the last bastion of humanity. It's a cyberpunk town that you can make your way towards it, where you can trade and rest and heal and stuff like that. I've not made my way there, but I have heard of it. You actually find the map early on. You can find it, and if you look at it, you can find where the Detroit is supposed to be, and it shows you like on the map, like it's in the corner out there, so you can make your way down there if you can survive. Of course, I didn't. Other stuff you can make, like you can make out of the stuff you find, you can make a lot of things. I haven't figured out that much yet, but you can put like some not robes, some crap on your face. It's not crap. What's it called? Rags. There you go. You can put rags on your face, and it's gonna be an air filter. You know, you're also barefoot, and you're gonna start freezing to death. You're gonna start having blisters on your feet if you keep on walking like that. So you can find shoes, but usually you find one shoe. Hey, this is a left shoe. Put it in your left leg. Okay. Then you find another left shoe. Oh, great. Then you find another left shoe. So, you know, that's how it works. You can make a shoe out of rags, but it's not exactly the greatest, and it doesn't make you have fun when you do that. Also, like if you're hypothermic, if you have blisters on your feet, if you can't see well because it's night or you're in the forest, your moves are just down. Like I think you start with 5 moves available, and then like you're hiding in a forest and you have like 1 move, so you can jump out of the tile, but then you have to end the turn, so maybe something's gonna catch up to you. So you know, that is it's kind of a problem. It's also permadeath, so whatever you do, it has like long-lasting effects. You can't exactly save and then reset. No, you can save and exit, or you can just play until you die. So there is that. There is that. I also found a cleaver. Cleaver worked well for me until it died. So there's definitely plenty of different weaponry. You can find pants, and pants are gonna have pockets, of course. So you have like an extra available slot where you can put stuff. Right? That's pretty good. You can find shirts. I've not found any shirt or jackets yet with pockets, but I'm guessing from what I've seen that there must be some. I only played for like 2 hours in total, and in those 2 hours I died like 3 or 4 times. So you know, like half an hour on average, maybe, that I played. So I've definitely not seen everything, but I do wanna play. I do wanna play more, so I'm gonna hopefully find more about the game, and hopefully try to survive a bit a bit longer than I used to. So I think this would be a great game if you were to vote for it, as at the end of the month there's going to be a vote for it. I think it would be a great game to actually play together, and I think it would be like one of those, like when I played Starship Theory, and at the start I died 4 times before I actually got the perfect run and start actually doing things, and in the end we got a very great ship. Now this would be kind of like that. I think like if I played it in a series, I would probably die a couple of times before I figure out things, and then we might get a better run and actually go out there and survive for more than like 2 days, which would be kind of good. So yeah, on the end of the month, please vote for it if you want to. Now my review, I really liked it. I think it definitely deserves very positive reviews on Steam, but it is a game for certain type of players. Now, not everyone enjoys games like this, and I completely understand it. It's very old school, so if you're not into that, or if your childhood was not filled with games like this, well, it might not be for you. So, if you're born after year 2000, yeah, it might not be exactly the game for you unless you like older games. But for me, it's definitely one of the, like, it really deserves its reviews. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy that I picked it up. I'm happy that I played it, and I'm gonna happily play it more. So, would I recommend you to buy it? Since it's 4 years old, it's definitely not getting any updates. If you're looking for something that's gonna get continuously update, that's not a game for you. I don't think it was an early access at some point. I don't think so. I think it just released, but I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not sure about that. But it's $12.49 right now. I'd say if you're not really in a hurry to grab it and play it, if you don't really just want to go for it like I did, just wait for sale. It's on sale constantly, so you can pick it up for very cheap. And I think it's like a good idea to wait for it unless you really want to just go play it right now. But yeah, then again, it's it's nice to support the developers, because I think the game is definitely worth it, and I think they did a great job rebuilding the nostalgic old wastelandish games. So I really liked it. I really enjoyed playing it. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys enjoyed my impressions of the game. I will, of course, look forward to see what your polls at the end of the month say, but this is one of the games I would really enjoy to play. Even if it doesn't get voted for, I might still play it at some point. We'll see, I guess. But anyway, for now, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider dropping a comment down below, share, like, subscribe, and see more Do Magic, and I will see you next time. Koko out.